Okay.
Oh, that was like the perfect intro. This. It's your girl Chase.
Oh my God. What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Chase. Hayes. Doesn't really matter how you say it, long as that flavor stays in your mouth. We are back at it again with another episode. Yeah. So we're here with Cleef again, guys. I'm just gonna dig right into it. The affirmations are pretty much done for today. I'll say I hope you're having a good morning, good day, good breakfast, good afternoon, good night's sleep whenever you're listening to it, whether you're jogging, running, sleeping, or driving your car. Appreciate you for listening and tuning in. My aggravation levels are on 100 right now, if you cannot tell. So I might not be the greatest person ever in the world right now, but it's cool because I got lashes and eyebrows on. So I guess we're doing something proper today. Anyway, Cleef, how you doing today?
Honestly, man, your mood is scaring me right now. I'm nervous.
You shouldn't be.
I'm nervous. Smile, Candace. I see that was a sip of death.
That was a good sound effect too. That was a nice bite. Anyway, shout out to Alex who's producing this podcast for us today. Whoop whoop. We are here at PRX Podcast down in Somerville. If you ever want to come record, do a session, host something, hit them up. They'll be glad to feed your needs. Anyway,
feed your needs.
I mean, like, if you hungry for it, like, I feel like if everybody always like, yo, I'm hungry for the game, I'm hungry, whatever, then they'll get all weird when somebody says, well, I can feed you. Which I wish somebody would do right now because I'm so fucking hungry. The worst thing you could possibly do with a fat person is not feed them. Like, honestly. Like, it's just like, I have woken up this morning, I ain't eat a damn thing, okay? And I went and volunteered, and that's all the way in Marshfield, a.k.a. 35 minutes away from my household.
Oh, man.
And then coming all the way back, okay? And I haven't ate. I went home. I got dressed.
Not even a snack?
Not even a snack. Got a little some lashes, some eyebrows on. Because I was like, you know what? I ain't looking good for nobody but myself. And I was like, you know what? Maybe if I look a little proper when I go out the house, my ring finger might get occupied soon.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
I figured lashes and eyebrows will never hurt nobody. I forgot to put my lip gloss on. So it ain't popping.
So
listen,
you're trying to trap him today, huh?
If I can't do nothing else, you know what I'm saying? But then they're just gonna know I only have eyebrows certain times, you know what I'm saying? But look, let me ask you this question, because a lot of dudes really don't.
You have a personality.
Thank you, Cleef. Appreciate it. Anyways, but a lot of dudes definitely have in between, or they're on either side of the fence about this. What do you think about females with makeup? Like, do you like a female with makeup? Don't like them with makeup? Like, what's your census on that one?
I kind of like a natural face, but I don't mind like the makeup. It's just like, just don't force it. Like, on any given day, your face shouldn't, like, at least to me, your face should not be like 90% makeup.
Caked up is what you're saying. So you don't like a cake?
Yeah, no, not really. Like,
but if you like it on the backside. You know
the vibes.
Don't vibe me. Do not vibe me with these children antics, okay?
Don't vibe you?
If I ever see...
Wait, so you don't know the vibes?
If you ever see me right, you know the vibes. I'm being the most sarcastic ass bitch known to man, because I hate that.
Because you don't know the vibes.
I hate accidental burps. Involuntary shits that come out your throat out of nowhere. It's like the worst embarrassing times. But yeah,
you're hurting today. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Cleef. Appreciate it that I'm hurt. You know, jeez, don't get a friend like Cleef trying to build you up and knock you down at the same damn time.
I don't know why she's so upset today, guys. Like,
and you know the thing is, I'm not even upset. Like, it's like
I offered to get her like some food, and she like really just.
I'm not gonna expose with what you have and what you don't have at this moment in time.
All right, so here's the thing. I forgot my wallet, right? But here's the thing, yo. My homie's hungry. I'm still gonna finesse and make it work. I'm still hungry.
Have a cash app.
Yeah, I'm gonna finesse it and make it work. You know, you say you hungry, I got you. But you out here like you said no, and now you're on the podcast being mad at me. Like,
I'm not mad at you.
I feel some spice though.
I mean, this pomegranate tea is hitting.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, this Earl Grey
is hitting. I kind of need some more sugar, but maybe I should just reduce my sugar.
I mean, you're already sweet, right? Is that your...
Candy Taste Sweet. Follow me on Snapchat and on Instagram. I probably won't accept you on Snapchat because my joint's private, but
Wait, weren't you
we'll
gonna make
see.
it public?
I did have a thing of a question. Should I make my Snapchat public? I mean, I don't think I would have a problem with it, but I just think I don't need people seeing me in my most vulnerable and rawest form. Because Instagram, like, is pretty, it's not PG, but it's pretty just, like, there. Like, it's, like, things that I want everyone in the world to see. Like, I don't care who sees it, because I'm going to laugh at it, right? I don't even care if my mama sees it. But there's some things on Snapchat that I don't like other people seeing. Like, so my niece and my nephew are both on my Snapchat. I have them blocked from viewing my story. And my nephew was like, why do you have me blocked from viewing your story? I'm like, because you're my nephew. He goes, but PJ, who's my cousin, and basically the same age as him, he's like, but PJ can see it. And I'm like, because it's my cousin. You're my nephew. That's my cousin. I don't care if you're the same age. There's a different generational thing here. Like, nephew and cousin, two whole different things. You don't need to see your auntie out here in these streets. Now, mind you, I don't post nothing crazy on Snap. But, like, if I'm doing the Snap with, like, you know.
Don't post nothing crazy on Snap?
I don't post anything crazy on Snap. If I'm on Snap, right, and I'm laying in the bed, and I have, like, I don't got a shirt, I don't got a bra on, but I have the covers up to my chest and stuff, yeah, I don't care if he sees that, but at the same time, I care if he sees that. Like, because he's, like, I seen him the other day, and I was, like, had a towel, you know, the towel's just wrapped around whatever right here. It's like a bantu. And, I was on FaceTime with my sister, and he see me, he goes, how she ever got no clothes on? Like, so it's like, if you have an issue there, you're gonna have an issue with me on Snap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it is one of those things where, granted, me and because my sister is 17 years older than me. So, when she had my niece and nephews, obviously, they're closer to me in age than most people who have nieces and nephews.
Okay.
That are, like, you know, for their siblings to have kids. So, therefore, my nephew is only 6 years apart from me.
Okay.
All right. Me and my niece are 8 years apart. So, and then my nephew, he was born 2010. So, I don't.
Yeah, I could have been siblings.
18 years. So, like, me and my youngest nephew, 18 years apart. So, it's like one of those things of, like, I'm not, regardless of the fact, like, even though we're closer in age and we're growing up kind of in the same world, the same metrics and stuff, I'm not going to allow them to see whatever on my shit. Like, I'm not allowing that whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel you. My Instagram is very PG, but, you know, gets ratchet on the Snap.
His Snapchat annoys the shit out of me. But
why does my Snapchat annoy you?
Okay, let me tell y'all something. And this is not me being ops or what. Nowhere near here. If you got a text message, right? Not even text. Yes, if you got a text message from your friend, and your friend tells you, "Yo, it's about to get," and you know they're out. There's snaps previous to this, saying that they're out. Okay, saying that they're getting free drinks and everything. If they send you a text, this is not even a snap, a text that says, "Yo, it's about to get crazy in here. People got guns." Are you not about to get scared and freak out? Are you not about to get freaked out, right? And then you proceed to call the person. They dub your call and text you, "Can't talk. It's loud in here." So obviously as a friend, you either have two choices. You care or then you don't care. I'm always going to care. So I'm texting, "Yo, get an Uber, be out, find a way. Do you need me to come scoop you? Any way to get you out of this dangerous ass situation." And then they don't reply to your text, but then proceed to put a snap up going, "This is my 12th drink free." Then obviously you're not in a dire situation.
Word. Yo, who be doing that? That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Tell me, Wood.
I don't know. Who be doing that? Shame on them.
Any which way, back to the original root of what I was saying. I feel like females with makeup should, I mean, like, I wear makeup. I'm obviously wearing makeup right now. I look pretty cute. Sorry. But there's a difference between you doing a cakey makeup every single day, like your skin never breathes, to or like you're doing just light minimal makeup. To me, what I have right now is light minimal. I have lashes on, y'all, and I did my eyebrows. I put a little tiny shadow on, and I was gonna have lip gloss, but obviously little mama didn't come up today, so here we are.
We see you.
Do you?
Ow.
Do you see me? Okay. So that's my thing, is like there's difference between, like, there's a dude at my job, his name is Jamel, and he is like, I don't like makeup on females. I don't like at all whatsoever. And there was like a couple of dudes that I talked to who hated makeup, like hated. If they could, they would not allow their female to wear makeup because there's no point to them wearing makeup. And I understand, like, you love that person's natural beauty, and that's a beautiful thing. But my thing is, don't make it seem like I have to watch what I do around you, what I wear around you. Embarrassing burp number 2. Anyway, I have to be on my toes of what I do around you to make you happy. Or not even to make you happy, just to feel accepted by you. And that's not, I don't fuck with that. Like, you're not my parent. You're not my mother, you're not my father, you're not my grandparents, or my uncle. So, like, you can have an opinion on what I wear or, like, the makeup I wear, but you shouldn't have I don't need you wearing makeup. Nah, I don't like you wearing makeup. Like, because if I want to beat my face, I'm going to beat the fuck out my face. If I want to put some lashes on, I'm going to put some lashes on. Like, my body is not your decision, if you get what I'm saying. But I feel like a lot of dudes, like, it's like some people are just like, I don't care. But some dudes really do not like females with makeup.
I mean, for me, it's not like, I'm not going to be super pressed about it. But it's just like, you know, I'm not a fan of, like, super heavy makeup. I mean, if you got, like, you know, if you're doing your thing, you want to look nice.
So
look
if
cute,
you had a girlfriend,
cool. Yes.
and she had... Cleef is single, ladies. If you ever want to hit him up, just slide in that DM at KLEEFMILLY on Instagram. Cleef Millie.
God damn, that voice was spot on. Yeah, DM's open though. But
the DMs are open. Flood them out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Your question?
If you had a girlfriend and she had the amount of makeup I have on right now, would you have a problem with it?
I didn't even know you had makeup on until you said something.
See? It's there, but it ain't. You know I got these damn eyebrows on. You know my eyebrows are sometimes non-existent.
I see your eyebrows, yes, but like I didn't know.
Other than that, yeah. I mean, I don't have face makeup on. Like, okay. It's just like eye. And my eyes is very neutral, so you wouldn't be able to tell any which way.
Okay.
But, like, you know, obviously I don't have lashes like this and, like, my eyebrows. But, like, that's pretty much it. So it wouldn't be a problem. The only thing is I have a problem wearing, like, a lot of makeup when I go out. Because, especially if it's, like, a family function, if it's, like, a calmer setting. Because now you're getting hugs. And more than not, you have taller people around you. The horrific thing about tall people, they always catch the shoulders. Like, and so my chin is hitting your shoulder. My chin got makeup on it. So sometimes what I've started doing now is I don't do the lower half of my face. I just kind of like blend it out enough into my cheeks so my bottom half of my face doesn't have makeup on. So if I do like hit your shoulder or whatever, you're not going to have anything left.
You just start dapping people up.
But I'm not a dapper. I'm a hugger.
Oh.
People like hugging me because I'm like a Care Bear.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, so what happened this week? I actually on my what was I at? My volunteer thing that I had earlier today. I always kind of bring an article out of the Herald, just because when it comes to the opinion page, is obviously an opinion, but there's like always like some bullshit on there. So, if you guys do not know, obviously, if you're in the demographic who should be listening and watching my shit, Sesame Street has a new character called Carly. Okay,
I heard about this.
And Karli, if you want to look it up. So Carly is a Muppet whose mama is on opioids. Okay, she's addicted to opioids. And if you don't know what opioids is,
drugs on Sesame Street.
It's a pill that people get addicted to. So basically, it's a child who's and then Carly's also in foster care. Okay, it shows her mom and dad. I don't know what's going good with her dad. Obviously, he might be on something too, but like it's more focused on her parents, or her mother is like is going through substance abuse, and she's in foster care now. this is not the first time that they've had a character with a serious issue. I think in the most recent years, they've had a character who couldn't see. They also had a character whose father was in jail. They've also had a character who, oh, what was the other one? The other one was really good. Oh, they just, in recent years, they had a character who had autism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're always bringing in a new Muppet who has some sort of problem or like thing that's actually happening in the world, and whatever. But this is the one everybody's having a problem with, these damn kids learning about the drugs. Okay. And in the opinion column for this for the Herald this week, basically they were saying like the show is targeted for obviously children 7 and under. Okay, my ass was still watching Sesame Street at 12 years old because that shit is the bomb, and Mr. Snuffleupagus is my homie. So like I feel like
he's probably the dealer.
Hi, Bird. Do you remember Dave Chappelle's special? Dave Chappelle was like, yo, Bird is on meth. Bird was on cocaine. You mean tell me Snuffleupagus wasn't even a real Muppet? That was Bird's imagination. Talking about some, hi, Bird. What up doing, Bird? You want some smack, Bird? Like, if you have to watch Dave Chappelle's special on Sesame Street, because that shit had me on the floor. And then like on the Dave Chappelle show,
mm-hmm.
they had like a little skit. They always had like these skits for like Sesame Street, and they had Oscar, who was the garbage can. And then they were like, he was like, kids be asking stupid ass show questions to Oscar. But like, oh, Oscar, why are you so mean? He's like, bitch, I live in a motherfucking trash can. Like, I'm just like, oh shit. You have to watch Dave Chappelle's special on Sesame Street because that shit. And then when they had an episode or a skit on Dave Chappelle's show where they had the Muppets talking about different STDs. And shit, right? So they had the clap. They had the gonorrhea. They had the clap. They had crabs going on there, and all this other shit, right? And then so they had the dude who was in the trash can as Oscar, right? And he's just like, you know what, kids? Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it, right? So then he sings a song, okay, called "Fuck It," and it's my favorite thing off of the Dave Chappelle show, right? So this is my favorite part. So, he's basically singing this song, and this random cat comes out of nowhere, goes, but you'll get no pussy, right? And he was just like, I don't need you, honey. I'll beat my dick like it owe me money. That's why I say, fuck it. Just watch it. Please just watch it. Obviously, I have to scrap this out of YouTube, because YouTube will not allow this shit to happen. But like, please watch Dave Chappelle's thing on Sesame Street. It's the funniest shit you will ever see. Anyways, but you had a lot of like Muppets who come through with different problems and stuff. But I don't understand why a Muppet talking about being in foster care and also her parents being basic substance abusers is an issue. I mean, in the article, it basically said, because it's targeted for children underneath the 7 years old, they do not need to know about this. They don't need to have this in their area. Like, parents will tell their kids about this, or they will find out on their own. Let toddlers be toddlers. Stop trying to make them so grown so fast. But I think it's a kind of a good idea to do so. I mean, do you think that they should or should not? Like, what's your take on it?
I mean, when I saw this first on Twitter, and the jokes were flying. They're like, oh my God, like Sesame Street's becoming the hood. They got drug addicts moving in now.
Oh, shit.
But honestly, I believe, this is just me, I believe children shouldn't be raised sheltered. Because, like, honestly, like, the world isn't all like sunshines and rainbows. So it's like you have to set expectations, I feel.
Okay. So I put a poll on the Vault, and I asked, like, do you think that Sesame Street should tell kids about substance abuse? 50% said yes, 50% said no. Okay. It was only viewed by 11 people, so who knows said this, okay? And And I also went on live and talked about it for a little bit. And shout out to Stacy, Royal Stacy on Instagram. Shout out to you. She actually was conversing with me on live and basically saying that it's letting kids be kids, but also letting them understand what something is early on isn't too bad. The point that I made on live, basically, if you guys want to watch the live, you have 24 hours. The Vault with Chayes, the VAULT with Chayes, CHAYES on Instagram. You can go look at my live and see if you agree or disagree.
Marketing.
Plug message. So anyway, but basically what I was saying was, it's, yes, a parent should parent their child. They shouldn't be exposed or told about anything that they don't believe their child is ready to understand completely. Got that. But also, in order for a child to know better in the long run, show it to them when they're young. You know what I'm saying? So if you have like kids who are autistic, right? A younger child doesn't understand what's going on. You have some severity to autism, then you have some that's not that severe. But you should still show your child, hey, this is what this is. Just like you have, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Well, your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends, right? Everybody knows the rhyme, right? But it shows people of different cultures, diversity, skin colors, and everything like that. Then it shows people who are amputated, who are who are small people. And like you have people who are like really big people, you have skinny people, fat people, like you have all these different people who are blind or deaf, whatever. You're showing them that the world is composed of many different people and many different composers. So that way when your child gets older, or even when they're 5 years old and they're walking down the street, they go, mommy, why is she so big? Like they know how to, in a sense, censor themselves. They know like, some people are made like this, some people are not. So it's not going to be a big question for them. Just like you teach them about like interracial relationships, or you teach them like, there's a lot of shows now. And I think on Sesame Street too, there was like, you know, having two mommies and having two daddies. And
I did hear about that.
And then having step brothers and step sisters and like, you know, different things like that. It's showing them that the world has different levels and different people of different love and races coming together. So why not give them this and show them this, so that way they are more aware? Because think about it. When we were younger and this wasn't really talked about, right? And like, let's just say we had Greg. Greg came to school looking trash every damn day. Somebody was always making fun of Greg. Somebody was talking shit about Greg. Now, Greg is like a great guy now. He's cool as hell, whatever. But who's not to say Greg wasn't in foster care? Who's to say Greg's parents didn't have enough money to wash his clothes like that? Who's to say that Greg just wasn't in a bad situation and was getting abused at home? We don't know that because we weren't shown that and said that this is what it is. We were shown our home, our environment, this is what it is, and this is how it should be. So whenever we went outside of our home and we saw something different, it was like, oh, we need to make fun of this because it doesn't make sense to us. Like if all of us share the same thing and you don't, then you're different. We need to make fun of you for it. So my thing is like, it'd be better to tell your kids or to show them in the most appropriate way that Sesame Street knows how to do so. Because this isn't the first big thing Sesame Street has ever done. If that was the case, Sesame Street wouldn't be Sesame Street. Like, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, there's different things. So it's like out of PBS in itself, you had Sesame Street, Barney. Barney always had some other like off topics to talk about. You had Mr. Rogers, he always had some things to talk about. You had so many different things and different channels and networks showing kids different stuff that goes on in your life. You know what I'm saying? So now that we are in this opioid crisis, and I put that in parentheses because when crack came in the system, nobody gave a fuck about the niggas, but you know who we are, you know, who are we? So anyway, way, but when like opioids became such a big thing, now they're trying to get it that like we need to get rid of this epidemic and stuff. Why not start with the kids and teach them about substance abuse?
My question is, how are they going about presenting this? Because I haven't
watched the episode. I feel like an episode has premiered or is going to premiere. I haven't watched the episode.
So if an episode has not premiered yet and people don't know how it's being presented, they're just
Yeah.
upset for no
But
reason.
I'm sure it's out. I personally haven't seen the episode yet. But I think that in any case, like, I think when they were talking about, I think there was a Muppet whose dad was in jail. Because I remember watching an episode and I was like, what the, his daddy in jail? Like, whatever. The way they did it is like,
was moving that weight on Sesame Street.
They always have like a real human, an adult, talking to the Muppet.
Mm-hmm.
And they always have it like a parent-child conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Elmo, everybody know Elmo is goddamn near 100 years old at this point, okay? They do it in a adult to child conversation. So it's not like, yeah, Carly's parents, they on that smack. Like, no one's saying that, okay? Like, it's just like, you say like, Carly's parents are having a really hard time because they're using something that's not supposed to use to cope with everyday things. We're gonna actually move straight into questions with Chayes.
Sing it with me, y'all. Questions with Chayes.
So with questions with Chayes, Donna and Alex from Black Ink, New York, right? They've been together for like a year or so. If you guys don't remember my episode, maybe like 10 episodes back, I talked about how C's and his cousin Teddy are some bitch ass niggas because they jumped Alex on some stupid ass shit, whatever. So anyways, Alex and Donna, who've been together, like I said, for over a year, she had told him from the jump that she has a 2-year limit of dating somebody. And if it doesn't move into engagement, at least moving towards marriage, then she's going to be done with the relationship. Okay? The Shade Room posted the question, and I just felt like that's a really good question to think about because you're turning 27. And
hey, birthday coming soon.
Oh, yeah. When's your shout out your birthday, bro?
Ooh,
Libra
October.
gang.
Yeah.
No, Scorpio, right?
Oh, don't disrespect. Scorpio gang, October 29. We out here, bang,
I
bang.
like when you growl at me. Yeah. Don't be doing stuff. Like, I will turn anything and everything into a flirtatious moment.
Yeah, she really does. It's uncomfortable.
It's not uncomfortable. I think it's pretty funny.
It's just very uncomfortable.
Do I make you feel uncomfortable?
I'm very uncomfortable right now.
I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable. If I ever do it again, shut up and take it. Anyways. Drink your tea. Sip your tea. Do you think that there is a limit to dating a person before proposing?
No, everything's subjective. That's why people are too invested in other people's relationships nowadays. Mm-hmm. Just let people do what they got to do.
Okay, but do you have a limit? Because I feel like females always set a limit for themselves. Oh, I ain't dating nobody past 3 or 4 years. And if they ain't talking about marriage or anything or even engagement, then I'm going to be done because I'm wasting my time, blah, blah, blah. But then they always say, you can't pressure no man into marriage. You can't pressure no man into marriage. Correct. You can't pressure no one at all. No one into marriage, right? Excuse me. You can't pressure anyone to marriage. I know it's my third. I don't know what's happening here, but I don't like it. And I ain't eat. So there ain't nothing in me to make me burp. Maybe that's just no. Anyway. So, but they never question when is a man's limit for marriage. And I feel like that's a question that's literally never asked. And I feel like they could have a limit. Because men just aren't, well, I guess I'm just going to roam the world till I find my girl. Ain't like, no. Like, they have to have some type of like format of what a potential wife could possibly be. And in my mind, and you're your own man, so I can't have you generalize everything. But if you could think about you and your friends group and different people, different guys that you know, if you've ever had this kind of conversation, in my personal mindset, when it comes to a man in a marriage, they have learned from the females that they've dated and talked to or friends that they have, whatever the case may be, what they want their ideal or supposed woman for the rest of their life, if they want to get married, to be, right? And I feel like if a male does not see in a time length of potential out of a female, they've already decided whether or not you are a wife a wife, basically. And what I say is like not time left of like, yo, dog, if she don't show me shit in 6 months, I'm pretty much done with this shit. I'm saying like, if there hasn't been anything, I don't know, that shows you, you know what, I could really be with her. Like, let's just say within 2 years of you guys dating. If in 2 years, you haven't seen anything, you kind of know at this moment, I don't like it. Or within 6 months, if you don't feel anything, like, we'll date, but I know she's not going to be a wife. Like, you're not going to tell her that. Like, you'll probably go along with the conversations like, oh, yeah, it'll be so great if we got married. Cool.
False.
I mean, I'm not saying, like, you're going to propose on it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she'll say something about it, you're like, yeah, like, something like that. And you'll tell her your ideas of, like, a marriage and stuff, but you've already put in your brain, this is not going to marriage. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm right.
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like when it goes forward with like marriage and the topic of conversation, they always put it towards females. Like a female has to, and we're talking about hetero. I don't know what it is being gay in a relationship because I am not yet. So I can't give you that. When I have somebody of the LGBTQ plus community, then we'll talk about that. But in a hetero relationship, there is always the case of a female is always looked at for the marriage. Like you have to, in the Bible, there's a whole verse about being a prosperous woman. Like basically being the ideal woman in life and in marriage, right? And it's always a thing of like a woman should be this, a woman should be that, a woman should be this, and that. But I feel like men look at different things in different ways when it comes to who they want as a wife. For example, my ex, right? Shout out to the lady from Jersey, North boy. We were at Chipotle. This is funny. We was at Chipotle, and he was doing his food. I was doing my food, right? And we're just wrapping up whatever. I picked up my trash. I picked up his trash. I went to the thing, dumped the thing out, put the carts away, and I was just like, all right, you ready to go? And as soon as he see me do that, like, we walked out, we got on the train, he sat down, he gave me a kiss on the cheek. He's just like, you're really my wife material. Whatever, right? And I was like, what does that mean? And he's just like, nothing, don't worry about it. And I guess me finding out would have taken it away because then I'm going to do it extra to be like, oh, I'm a wife material. I got to keep doing this shit all the time. But, like, he finally told me, because I kept bugging him, like, what do you mean by that? Because I'm a person, like, don't say nothing to me and then don't give me what you're talking about. Like,
we know.
It's fairly annoying.
We know.
You're still here. Anyways, and he finally told me, like, when you took my trash away from me and threw it away for me without me asking or giving you a hint to do so, that made me feel like wife. Like, that's a wife. And I'm like, really? That's pretty common sense. If you're going to throw your shit away, you throw away another person's. He's like, yeah, but you automatically doing it means you have something instilled in you to take care of another person. And he's like, that's what I see in a wife, is she knows how to take care of me and I take care of her. Like, while she holds down the household, I'm going to hold down the family. Like, you know, different things like that. And I've had other people like say little things to me, like if I do something like, oh, yo, that's like such a wife mood, and I'm like, I'm breathing. I don't know what that means, but okay. So like, do you find that in different females that you talk to or have dated that you're like, that's something okay, like you hold on to kind of?
Yeah, I have like my little checklist.
Okay.
I'm not gonna reveal what it is, but I have a little checklist. Okay. And it's like, there's also like a little demerit system that goes on too.
A demerit?
Yeah.
Like they can get negative point. This is not Brockton High.
Huh?
Yo, I remember all my friends from Brockton High be like, yo, dog, I got a demerit today. And I'm like, nigga, a demerit? What's a demerit? What are you getting demerits for? Are you in jail? Like, what's going on?
Pretty much.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that word.
Nah, nothing like too crazy. Like,
how many demerits, by the way, sidetrack, how many demerits did you get? Do you remember in Brockton?
Oh, I got a lot. Like, I got a lot for like no reason. Cause like, you know what? Like, I remember like my junior year, right? Mm-hmm. Because like I'm a quiet guy. I don't really say much. Mm-hmm. So apparently during attendance, like the teacher was like calling my name. I kept saying here, but he didn't hear me. Mm-hmm. So he just kept marking me absent. So then like one day I just get a letter like say here, like you're getting suspended. And I was like, for what? Like, oh, you weren't in the homeroom for like days. I'm like, what you mean? I've been here the whole time. And then come to find out, yeah, I talked to my homeroom teacher. He's like, oh, I just didn't hear you because he never looked up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I never heard you, so I'm just yeah.
That's his fault. His inaudible ass. Well, you don't speak that high.
Nah, but not only that too. Like, I'd be late like all the time. Yeah, so. I mean, one year they got like really strict, and I got late on my way to lunch. Yeah, I got the merits because I was late to lunch.
Any which way. So,
anyways,
what's the negatives that you don't like? Because I know like you don't want to give out the positive because then everybody's gonna try to achieve these positives. Like, what's the negative for you? Like, what's a really big
Don't nag me.
Oh, okay.
Don't nag me.
That was aggressive.
I don't like nagging at all. I don't like nagging. I'm like, we can have a conversation.
But everybody has their own definition of nagging.
No, here's the thing. To me, nagging is like, I'm willing to like talk things out with you. Mm-hmm. But if you're not willing to communicate and like you're not trying to hear what I'm saying, but you're just saying then like that's a demerit.
Okay.
Let's see what else.
Do you feel like if a proper female walked into your life right now?
What you mean by proper?
Proper as in your terms. Mm-hmm. A proper female walked into your life right now,
mm-hmm.
and within a few months, like you haven't seen anything that she could earn a demerit,
mm-hmm.
right? Would you not necessarily? Would you think about bringing up like marriage conversations or
if we're like 6 months in,
yeah,
and I'm like, this is like the best thing I've ever been in,
yeah, like you haven't had a moment of like, obviously if you have like little petty like arguments or like little just petty shit, like it's not even
the regular shit,
like just regular shit,
yeah.
Right? It's nothing that ever makes you go, yo, like she gives my fucking nerve. Like
it's never an argument to where we don't talk for like a day.
Don't talk for like a day or something like that. Like you're blissfully happy. Like your face doesn't scrunch up when she calls. Like if you're hanging out with the boys and she's like, what are you doing? Like you'll be like, oh dog, like my girl's on the phone, like I'm gonna catch y'all later. Like it's just like you're authentically happy in a relationship.
What do you ask? That's a wife. Like what you mean?
So would you not saying like you automatically proposing in 6 months, because some people do, some people don't. But
actually, one of my mentors proposed to his wife now of 22 years, 6 months into the relationship.
Wow.
They have 2 kids together and everything. Mm-hmm. He told me, he's like, brother, when you meet the right one, you just gonna know.
Yeah. Like my uncles, like 2 of my uncles, when they met, like when they see my aunts, they hadn't even talked to them yet, and they said, that's gonna be my wife. Like you just can't, like I feel like just some people know, some people don't know. I feel like everybody has a lot of soulmates in this world that feed you differently, but there's just that one that gives you that feeling that you can't compare.
In this social media / swipe right, swipe left era, I don't think those type of things like exist anymore.
I think that if you haven't,
because back in the day, it's like say you got like the small town girl that you're crushing on, like I mean you guys can like talk, grow together and everything, but like this was actually a point that was brought up to me. It's like nowadays it's like people, because of social media and everything, people always see what they're missing out on.
Okay. So
that like, does that kind of make sense?
That makes sense. Like, I will say this. I feel like I've always said, a female in her lifetime will have found, let's just say, 5 to 8 different husbands.
Goddamn.
And a male has only found 3 wives. Okay.
I ain't found none.
3, I'll say is a stretch. I'm gonna say 2, because usually the second one is his actual wife. The first one is the one who got away. So I will say that.
Yeah, we all have one that got away.
Exactly. So that's what I always say. Like, there's that. Like, a female will always be like, oh my God, I love him so, girl. Like, this is my man. This is it. He for me. I am for him. Like, and then like that's pretty much it. But then they end up breaking over stupid shit. Somebody cheated. Something's happened or whatever may have you. But like a male will just like
y'all weren't really solid.
Just go, like he'll obviously be committed in a relationship, I hope, and go through it. But like to say that he found a real solid female, it's always going to be 2 to 3 times in his lifetime. And I'm a firm believer that I feel like I was taking the words of Steve Harvey, and I know a lot of dudes do not like Steve Harvey or Tyler Perry just because of their thought processes on females and stuff like that. But I will take in the words of Steve Harvey when he says, like, when a man talks about marriage, he's not thinking about love and happiness and the forever of being with you. That's something that's secondary to him. His thought process: can I provide for my household? Can I take care of the family that I will produce? Will I be able to hold them up when they fall down? Like, am I going to be able to be stable from my household and take care of it the way I know as a man I'm supposed to do? So when it comes to like wedding and when it comes to marriage and being together with a person, a female thinks about all the other grander, bigger things and not focusing on the core thing. Like, a female will typically be like, oh, our love will get us through. Like, I love this man. This is blah, 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 blah. Let me have you. Okay, sis, you love this man. But how many times did he need your help? How many times did you have to dig him out of the hole? You know what I'm saying? Like, females, if you look at the dynamic of a relationship, a hetero relationship, the female's really the core of the relationship. If you really like, the female's the core of the relationship, because regardless of the fact, she's always going to have to be there for in any case that you fall down. If we fall down, it's like, oh, scoop up, everything's all good in the neighborhood, like, you know. But like, if you fall, think about it in a case of a female getting sick. She gets sick. Typically, her taking off days of work really ain't gonna happen. She's gonna keep going. She's gonna keep striving. She'll still take care of the kids. She's still gonna take care of the house. So she's gonna still do what she can. Typically, when a man gets sick, the whole world has now fallen down. He don't know how to act. The sneezes are now earthquakes. He gotta be taken care of bedside. He's in the hospital and everything. Like, it's just like the world has ended for him. Okay, but us, we're like, it's just a head cold. But okay, here's your cough medicine. Here's your tissues. Do you need your blankets? Do you need a this? Do you need a that? Blah, blah, blah. Female gets sick. Hey, yo, you feeling all right? All right, then I'll see you. Like, it's like, okay. But like, females are like the main core. So like, they think about everything else, but can he take care of everything? Wow, like I do. Forget taking care of me. I can take care of myself. Can he take care of everything like I do? I feel like if you have not found a partner who could take care of everything like you do.
See, it goes back to the point I made last time I was on. I'm a very independent person. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's also like, I'll give away one of the positives. That's a trait that I love in a woman.
But they can be independent.
No, not just like that. It's just like, for example, if something's like going wrong, they don't just like cave and break down. They're just like, all right, how can I like, what can I do to fix this? Mm-hmm. Like, I love that type of mentality.
Yeah. And like I said, your work ethic, your livelihoods have to match.
That's the word. I love a woman with a strong work ethic.
Like,
yeah.
Me personally, if you have to depend on me for everything, even if it's just like advice, life, money, what should I do here? What should I do there? That means you don't have a strong, I don't want to say intelligent, like you don't have a strong backbone in your life, in your personal life. Like, you always question everything or a movement that you're making. Like, you should have some assurance. There it goes. You should have some assurance in what you're doing. Yes, if you're seeking just like, I'm thinking this. Honestly, if you're thinking about advice from people, you've 85% made your decision. It's just that little fitting. Like you're hoping the person agrees with you so you can get 100 for it. And if they don't, you already made it. Like, it's more than likely gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but if your confidence is only 20 to 25% on what you're gonna do, and I have to pick up the other, like, I shouldn't have to have that. Like, you're like a weakling in my mind.
That's draining.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know that you're confident what you're going to do, that you're going to give it to me just like I'm going to give it to you. Like, we're going to both be on each other in the set of, don't give up on your dreams. I'm here for you. Don't do this. I'm here for you. Like, we have to be on the same path. So I feel like females, don't just go, he loves me, we should get married. No. If he is not a strong individual like you are, and he ain't built the same way as you do, don't settle for him. And the same things for the males. If like they aren't like you, then that's what it is. Now, some men want a female who's very submissive and very just not doing shit, and that's fine. And some females want a man who wants to do everything. They don't want him. They want to be the person who's not doing shit.
Nah, we both got to build this empire.
We both got to do the best thing that we both can for ourselves. But yeah, so any more last words? Anything you else want to say?
Oh, that sounds sweet, but at the end of the day, she gonna get on these apps. Oh, he's not 6'5". That beard ain't connecting. Swipe left.
Any which ways, guys, thank you so much for listening and dropping in on this episode.
She didn't deny it. She didn't deny it.
What?
You didn't deny it.
Okay, I will say, yes, you have to be taller than me. I'm 5'8". I'm a very tall female. Average female height is like 5'6", I think. No, so I'm 5'8". Yes, you have to be taller than me.
All right, what if the man that could treat you right is like 5'7"? You gonna dub him?
5'7" is not bad.
He's 5'5".
You just have to be hanging.
He's Lil Uzi Vert, 5'4".
No.
But when he's standing on his money, he's 6'6".
No. I feel like, yes, your personality and your substance and your temperament, like all that matters deeply. But we all have to remember, not everybody today is going to look the same they do in 30 years. So if my appearance of you isn't going to, how you look isn't going to keep me attracted, your insides have to keep me attracted to you, your character and everything like that, and loving. But right now, your looks match how you are, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it might be a little shallow for me to say that, but like, you can be a fine man and then turn real ugly because your characteristics is horrible. And you could be a subpar looking person, but because of your characteristics, you sexy as fuck to me. Like, that's all it needs. I just need you to know that, like, my attraction to you first is appearance, but mostly it's who you are. Like, what your soul is.
Ugly guys with good personalities. This is our time to shine.
Any which way. Thank you guys so much for dropping in on the podcast. I truly do appreciate it. If you want to be on my next podcast, please email me at TheVaultPodcast19@gmail.com. You can also slide in my DMs on Instagram at TheVaultWithChayes. That's the Vault, VAULT, with Chayes, CHYES. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Swipes and Giggles, on YouTube, Swipes and Giggles. And you can also email me, swipesandgiggles@gmail.com, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or even advice that you would like me to partake in. Any other thing that I could think of? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much once again, PRX Podcast Studios and Alston, for hosting me one more time. I truly do appreciate the love and all that. And yeah, other than that, I think that's where we leave.
That's a wrap.
Thank you guys. Peace.